going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, sports family. Thank you for tuning in to Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Thank you for joining us. This is your host, Joseph Hadid, here for Worldwide Sport Updates. Glad to have you here with us on this Friday edition of our podcast. Hopefully everybody had a great work week and a school week, wherever you may be across the world, country that is tuning in and waking up on this Friday morning edition and searching us by W W SUP by Joey to listen to the daily sports updates that happened throughout this week and also throughout the daily basis, of course. We always publish a podcast every Friday of each week. Unless something comes up, we'll always keep you in the loop and let you know if there's anything happening. Whether, before Worldwide Sport Updates does publish a recorded podcast. It is Friday, September 19, 2025, TGIF indeed, as we close it out and get ready for this upcoming weekend with everybody that is showing love to our podcast. All right, let's recap on what transpired in sports this past week, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to start off with some NBA news, we're going to start off with some NBA news. The National Basketball Association, that is. Clippers Aspiration scandal deepens. League probe escalates. The biggest NBA storyline of the week centered on the Los Angeles Clippers and owner Steve Ballmer, or Steve Ballmer, that is. After detailed reporting indicated, Ballmer and the team were duped by the now bankrupt sustainability firm Aspiration, into which the organization and Ballmer invested roughly $118 million between 2021 and the year 2023. The matter goes beyond a failed green venture. It sits at the intersection of league antics, salary cap integrity, and public credibility. Because ESPN's Pablo Torre reported that Kawhi Leonard was promised $28 million via a no-show endorsement that routed through the company, the NBA has opened a formal investigation. Potential penalties under discussion that include a fine of up to $4.5 million and the loss of a first-round pick if cap circumvention is proven. Let's move over to some NHL hockey news. The National Hockey Association, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually, the National Hockey League. Sorry, where did I get association from? Alright, Enze Copter announces he will retire after the 2025-2026 season. An era in Los Angeles hockey, indeed. In Slovenian sports history that entered its final chapter when Kings captain Anze Copter announced he will retire at the conclusion of the 2025-2026 season. Copter, 38, made the decision public alongside his family, framing it as a way to avoid in-season distractions and to give teammates clarity about leadership succession. The first Slovenian to reach the NHL, Copter became the face of a franchise renaissance. 2 Stanley Cups, 2012 and 2014. That's when he achieved 2 Stanley Cup final championship appearances. 3 Lady Bank trophies. 2 Slicks and more than 1,275 points in that 1,450 plus games. And that kind of durable excellence. Just 3 games missed in the past 5 seasons, that became the Kings' operating baseline. All right, let's shift over to some National Football League news. The NFL. Week 2 health headlines and roster moves set tone for early season. As the NFL pivoted from opening week that violently to week 2 adjustments, the league is reporting that centered on health updates and shrewd depth additions, each with immediate implications. The Los Angeles Chargers caught a break when star linebacker Khalil Mack avoided a season-ending damage after an elbow scare. Initial fears yielded to optimism that he'll return in a few weeks, persevering the edge pressure package that underpins LA's defensive identity. Washington addressed a pass rush need by agreeing to terms with veteran Preston Smith, while the league also announced the AFC and the NFC Players of the Week, including Lions quarterback Jared Goff and Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, and Miami coach Mike McDaniel, framed a short week turnaround as a blessing ahead of the game, which actually happened last night, Thursday Night Football. By the way, the Buffalo Bills won that game. 31-21 was your final score, Thursday Night Football. So Miami lost that game. I think Miami Dolphins have fallen to 0-3 on the season. And the Buffalo Bills have improved their record to 3-0. I believe so. Yes, so the Dolphins have fallen to 0-3 on the season after Mike McDaniel was announced from the AFC and NFC Players of the Week. After he was announced part of that conversation, the Miami Dolphins have fallen to 0-3 on the season, and the Buffalo Bills have improved to 3-0 on the season campaign. All right, let's shift over to some Major League Baseball news. MLB. What do you have brewing, MLB? Well, they have plenty of brewing. Did anybody hear about Clayton Kershaw announcing his retirement? Yeah, we have it for you. Dodgers legend Clayton Kershaw announces he will retire after the 2025 season. One of baseball's defining modern figures put a date on the end of an era. Los Angeles Dodgers ace Clayton Kershaw, 37 years of age, will retire at the close of the 2025 campaign, the club announced. The resume is already Cooperstown's ready. 3 Cy Young Awards, the 2014 National League MVP, 11 All-Star selections, World Series titles in the year 2020 and 2024, and yet the numbers alone undersell Kershaw's imprint on how pitching is imagined and taught. Entering the final stretch, he owns a career 222 and 96 record and a 2.54 ERA, the lowest among active qualifying pitchers. And he leads all active pitchers in complete games with 25 and shutouts 15. In 2025, he still's been effective at 10-2 with a 3.53 ERA, underscoring that this is a choice about timing and legacy rather than a forced fade. So we wish nothing but the best for Clayton Kershaw in his retirement. I guess he's going to go out with a well-deserved closing career. All right, well, with everything that he accomplished in his MLB career, that is, as he closes it out, and hangs up his baseball boots. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. We will see you on next Friday's Recorded Podcast. Till then, take care of each other, YouTube family, and sports family, that is. Look out for each other. All right, and stay blessed. Until then, we will talk next week on our Recorded Podcast as we publish it every Friday mornings here in the studio of our podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community, your host, Hadid. No.